Hello everyone. So in this video again I am going to continue Synapse control flow activity class. So in my previous video I explained append variable activity. So in this video I am going to explain execute pipeline activity. So what is execute pipeline activity? It is very simple. From one pipeline we can execute another pipeline. Okay. So let me create one more pipeline. Okay. So give the name execute pipeline. Okay. So here let's search execute pipeline activity. Execute pipeline. Okay. So using this activity, I can execute any other pipeline. Let's click here. Okay. We can give any name. Now come to the setting. In setting, we need to look for the pipeline that we want to execute. So I want to execute control flow pipeline. So I can execute or I can call a control flow pipeline using this execute pipeline. Okay. So let's debug this. Click on output. It is running. So succeeded. What it did, it executed another pipeline. So in the output, if we click, we can see the pipeline run ID of control flow pipeline. Okay, the pipeline that we are calling from this execute pipeline. So this is the ID of that pipeline. So when I click this on this ID, I reach to control flow activity pipeline. So this is the way we can execute pipeline. Okay. Now just assume in the main pipeline, or sorry, in the child pipeline, or can say in the control flow pipeline, I have a parameter A. Okay, and its default value is 56. Assume this. Okay. Now come to the execute pipeline. Now when we have to call the execute pipeline, when we are going to run execute pipeline and we are calling any child pipeline like a control flow, and in the control flow if we have any kind of parameter. Okay. So in this case we have an option to send value to those parameter. Okay. Like just come to the control flow, come to the parameter section. So here I declared one parameter A and its default value is 56. Okay. I just declared in the control flow. Now I am coming to execute pipeline. In the execute pipeline I am calling control flow pipeline. Default we can see here the parameter is showing and its default value is also showing. So we can assign some other value also. So what will happen, instead of this default value, this parameter will have a new value. Let's give this 67. Okay. Now come to the control flow. In the set, come to the value and give value from parameter. Okay. And but the problem is this variable type is integer, sorry, string. So let's change it to integer. Okay. Now give the value default 5. Fine. Now let's execute from execute pipeline. It got failed at a child pipeline. Click on pipeline run ID and let's see what is the error. In the set variable activity, the variable x of type integer cannot be initialized or updated with a value of type string. Okay, no problem. Let's modify something. Okay, A is a string type. Okay, and the variable is integer type. Sorry, let's make it a string. Okay, now come to the execute pipeline, debug, refresh this. This is the old 145. Yeah, it is succeeded. Okay, now go to the out child pipeline, child pipeline. Yes, in the child pipeline for the set variable, we can see the value is 67, that is coming from a parent pipeline called execute pipeline. Okay, and its default value is 56. Okay, just assume in the main pipeline or in the parent pipeline, okay, in execute pipeline section, if we don't give value, what will happen? It will execute with this default value. Okay, now let's debug this. Okay, now again go to the output, or can say child pipeline. In the child pipeline, see the output, it's a 56. Earlier it was 67. Okay. One more thing, when we click on execute pipeline, we can see wait on completion. So what does it mean? It mean just assume I have one more activity. Assume this copy activity. Assume this. Okay. Okay. Now one more activity is copy activity. These two are connected. Okay. So wait on completion. So when I click here wait on completion, what will happen? It will wait till child pipeline not complete. Okay. But when I unmark this, what will happen? It will just call the child pipeline and it will start to execute another activity of this pipeline, other another dependent activities. Okay, if we mark wait on completion, then first it will call the child pipeline and it will wait until the pipeline gets complete. Okay, but when we unmark this, it will just call the child pipeline. Okay, and then after calling, it will start to execute the another activity of this uh, parent pipeline that is dependent on this. Okay, so this is everything about execute pipeline. Last point again, if we declare any of the parameter with default value, we will get option to modify value from parent parameter, parent pipeline. In the child pipeline, if we declare any parameters with the default value, we will get option to modify the parameter value through parent pipeline. Thank you.